Hey everybody, this is Zacho, aka the Slime King, and welcome back to some more Slime ISEKAI. In this video, we're going to be going over the Heroes Jubilee, things you can do to improve your score, you know, teams around, shit like that. So, without further ado, let's just hop right into this shit. So, we'll be using Boss Battle 3, obviously because it's my worst score. But anyways, yeah. So this is the team I'm using. This Heroes Jubilee isn't that hard, really. You just gotta be smart about it. Honestly, that's all it comes down to. You actually don't have to use light characters. Well, you should at least use one to hit Shion and to get the damage advantage, like bonus or whatever. But yeah, you'll need at least one light character for that. This is the team I'm using. I honestly do not use Gazelle at all because he's literally just there to be there. Like at first I thought I would use him, but then after constant practice and runs, I was like, he really doesn't have much of a point being here. And so in my current team, if you were to run this exact fucking team, you can honestly trade Gazelle out for Millum or any combo buffer, and my cat is trying to rub her face on the mic. Yeah, but any combo buffer will work. I wouldn't honestly recommend a attack buffer like Rimuru or the Dark Rimuru. Or, I mean, you could get away with using crits, but they lower your crit rate by 50%. And see, okay, look. The way the turns are set out, on the second turn is when they seal your attack up, so when you use Rimuru, you have to be very tactical when you use them because they will seal your attack up, so you gotta be careful with what characters you actually leave in the front. And they also, you know, give you a crit rate down, so that's why Gazelle was never really used. I'm like, I need to build up his ultimate, but whenever I did, crit rate down would come in. I'm just like, this is fucking annoying. So we gave up on that, but Gazelle's still here just to look pretty, honestly. Alright, so there's 3 characters you have to fight. You can honestly trade out Shizu on my team, Beretta or Gazelle. Mulan, I believe is a must just because of what she does. The orb changing to yellow, because for my team I am alt rushing, that's why Beretta is there in the first place, for more orb conversion. Shuna is my light damage dealer in this case because she's a single target light damage dealer. You could opt for more AoEs. That's why so many people have AoEs in this current like setup of the month, because there's 3 characters that you have to worry about. So I mean, do with that what you will, but I will show you my run. You know, I'll go through it with y'all, and y'all can see how I do it and how I got my score. It's pretty consistent, even with the RNG of the orbs, because I have 2 orb changers that will allow me to have a whole state of orange at all times. The point of my team is really to alt rush more or less constantly, utilizing, you know, the low cost that the what light team has alongside of Soka's, you know, lowering cost back. So this will always cost 25 and never more. Well, sometimes more if we get really unlucky, but usually not. And obviously Soka is here for, well, the guard and the cost lowering. You can also trade her out for the Beldera. Who else? You could use Disaster Orc as well. Obviously they all those protection characters help your alts. But if you have Hinata, I mean, shit, trade out Shizu for Hinata and you'll be pretty fucking good with this team. And you can also still get rid of Gazelle for any healer just to keep, you know, nice and healthy. Because they do use quite a bit of alts, but you got to balance this team out pretty well. But you don't exactly have to use light characters because the 2 characters on the side, Sui and Hakuro, they are null type units, so you can hit them with anything. But you still need that 1 light type for the middle character, who is Shion. So, as I said, this is the team we're using. I am kind of tempted, you know what, fuck it, we're just going to do it for the video, because I haven't actually done it in a minute. But we'll see how Millum rocks with this, you know? We'll see how she does. She honestly will not come out to do any damage because the enemies, actually, I should state this, do not bring any wind or water characters if you're planning on using them for damage. But like that. Because they do have a damage resistance buff against wind and water characters. But without further ado, let's just hop right in. Now to start, I usually get pretty consistent because, you know, we have the same orbs every time. And right now you can see, this is why I say if you have a Hinata, just trade her out. Well, you can put her in for, in this case, Windmillum or, you know, Shizu. Because if you have Hinata, you can start out with a straight row of orange every time. So in this case, Hinata was that character that will allow you to just get the perfect start. In our case, well, in my case, since I do not have her, what I always do is I just pop a blue with Shizu and let this shit rock. And the reason that is because now we have 2 greens, and then we can just use Mulan and just, you know, have a full stage. So we will do that. And you can see right there on their first turn, they do get an attack up by, actually, how much is it? Let's double check real quick. Alright, so attack up by 30% for 3 turns, and they get the damage resistance for the water and wind. That's why we don't usually bring, you know, those two typings. But in this case, we will pop Mulan. And now we have that whole set of orange. And I will use Mulan last because she has the lowest attack stat. So yeah, in this way we are guaranteed an ultimate with Shuna and Mulan. And then coming up on our second turn, this is when they will seal up our attack ups and, you know, give us that crit rate down of 50%. And they will also minus the damage of blue orbs, but it's not that bad because they only minus the damage of blue orbs by 50%. They actually do not lower the gauge increase. So it's still worth using the blue orbs, so you don't have to worry about that. Because in this case, you know, we need Sokka's, you know, ability to be popping off, like in this case. That is terrible RNG, right? To get a full fucking row of blues. But we still should be able to kill Hokuro in this case if we do enough damage, I would hope. But let's see. But usually on turn 3 is when Hokuro would activate his defense up of 300%, and they will constantly switch back and forth between who gives the defense up. So while one has it, the other won't. But in this case, Hokuro would get it this upcoming turn for them. But if we can kill him, we won't have to worry about it. That's why I like to start. We get rid of him nice and quick, just like that. So we don't have to worry about Hokuro getting his, you know, defense up. Now, what to do, right? So this little hand right here isn't too crazy. We're almost at the max of our actual skill points. Alright, sorry about that. We are almost at the max of our skill points, so that sucks. So we probably should just use something just because. We're about to hit 100% right back. So we'll just use that. We could pop Sokka, but I don't really see the point in doing it. Honestly, if we're being completely honest, we're just gonna... Actually, I almost messed up. Gotta target Sui, because what you want to do, honestly, is kill the two on the side. That's why I went for Hokuro first, because I knew he got his defense up first. And I'm going for Sui because he gets his own turn 5. So, now we have this little setup going. Skip that. A little bit more damage. Alright. So, what we will do, let's look down real quick. So at this point, I am going to switch in Beretta. Even though this might not be that much worth, we're just going to do it. Even though we can't get the 2 orbs, I'd rather have a full set, you know, right now to get as much damage on Sui. Get them ready to die later on. And then we will pop hers, because obviously we want to get that cost down. And then we will pop Mulan's again to complete the set. And then everything will just go into Sui. Ah! One of those didn't activate. There we go. Alright, so smack him in the face. Obviously this turn he will, for them, he will get his defense up, so we are going to switch to the middle character, who is Shion, and start damaging her now. And honestly, I want to save Mulan's ultimate. My cat is still doing things. I want to say Mulan's ultimate just so we can smack, you know, everybody when Sui's defense up is gone, so we don't really have to worry about actually targeting him, because he's in range where we could kill him. But the fact is, if we could pop over to him, he has 300% more defense. So yeah, we're not going to break through that. like if we use an ultimate on him, it probably would honestly do 1 damage. So what we would do here, we would just pop off Berettas. So we'll use both Berettas and his ultimate. Now I'm tempted to use Shuna's ultimate as well. Just, you know, lower Shion's health as much as possible. But it's not guaranteed that we will get more orbs for her. But we're going to just risk it, you know. Because we could hold on to her ultimate and wait until we get a little bit closer to another ult for her. But in this case, she has so much health right now that we just need to start working it down. Alright, that's good, that's good. But that orbs, man, them orbs is not looking great. And Mulan is looking hurt. As you can see, she's not getting hit. I take a risk. Now let's see. We could use Beretta. Honestly good. And you know what, we will. Yeah, that's a good little setup. That is a nice little setup. And then we will switch back. Shizu. And actually, we're gonna pop this. And as you can probably see where we're going with this. We're just trying to get Mulan from being on the brink of death. And then we could either... We could pop Mulan's ability again and get, you know... I said Shizu, sorry. Shuna. So many S names right now on this fucking team. It's fucking with me. We could get Shuna a little bit more, you know, alt gauge. So, you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And then we're just gonna smack him in the face. And yep, we got her ultimate, which is perfect. And then we will just hit her. Now we aren't using Neon's ultimate obviously because she still has that damage up, which is annoying, but it'll be fine. Alright. And then at this point we're just gonna use all these. And use her ult. Now I would throw Shuna's ult at her, but I already know that it's not gonna kill, so, and we have obviously no orbs coming up and no orbs in our hand. So we're just gonna hold on to that since it is our strongest ult. Smack her in the face. And this should kill Sui. Yep. Now she's a little bit closer. Now, ooh, look at that orb set up. Looking pretty nice, looking pretty nice. Now, if we get lucky, we may be able to kill. We're just gonna pop this again. Just to lower the cost of Mulan's ultimate again. That's an ultimate, I'm sorry. Skill. Wait, let's double check real quick. Yep, we gotta make it work. We have to make it work from here. Alright, then we will boom boom. Now let me see. Do I have faith that these... You know what? These AoE ults ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna be real salty if they actually do big damage, but we're gonna just have faith that it won't. Yeah, okay, we're looking good. Now all she has to do is survive the first two. Oh yeah, beautiful. We're good. Mulan, you ain't gonna do shit. Come on. Look at that. Right at the brink. And now we're gonna smack her in the face. Nice big damage at the end. Just what we like to see at 9 turns. I think that was a pretty good run for me. I think that was my best... Oh, no, that's not my best run. I about to say, we've had better runs. But, yeah, we did pretty good. Yeah, but that's usually how I go about doing this Heroes Jubilee. As I stated, there are actually many ways to do this. You could have a more attack-focused team with, you know, the other AoE alt characters that are in the game. So you can use the Space Rimuru, even though his attack up, you can't use it as often as you might like. Still, if you have Sokka, you mixing that with his defense up will be really good for your team, keeping them alive. And then his AoE ult isn't bad either, so you still have that option. You also have, you know, Benimaru if you have him. So pretty much, you have options to work with, you know? And honestly, I mean, Beretta's been in the game since, you know, launch, so has Shuna. And then, only new characters are, well, Shizu and Sokka. Now, like I said, Sokka is I'll be honest, if Sokka honestly is a great character, damn near a must for my build because the attack, you know, the reducing the cost of skills. But as I stated, Disaster Orc, another option. Same thing with Veldura if you want to, you know, optimize that what is it called? If you really want to optimize the combo damage of your ultimates, that's another option. As you saw, I didn't even use Milim because I forgot to. I was like, fuck it, we can make this work right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And as you saw, the entire concept of my team is just rushing alts as much as possible just to take them out. You can just, you know, focus more on AoE alts in general. Mine is a mixture of both, you know, with the direct orb changing. And as you can see, blue orbs aren't your friend per se, but you still get the gauge from it. So do what you can with the, you know, with the characters you got. If you have the characters I do, I mean, you're lucky because these, you know, you saw my bread is 100%. But you don't need them to be 100% at all. As you saw, one of the characters I didn't even use. And so if you have a character that, you know, can more suit that spot, like I said, you could put in a healer there. If, you know, you don't have Shizu, there's many healers in the game. You have, you know, 4-star healers and you have the 5-star healer trainee. And then I think her name is Chloe is the light 4-star healer, I believe. Yeah, but, you know, we have many options for this Heroes Jubilee. But yeah, I hope this helped. You know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.